Good morning and welcome to the New Hanover County Schools The Morning Show. I'm Leah Schwagel.
And I'm Kira Schwagel. Thank you for joining us today and starting your day off with our exciting and educational morning show.
We hope everyone is enjoying the wonderful programming from New Hanover County Schools TV.
Before we get started today, we wanted to take a few moments to tell you about several of the special programs we will be airing over the next few weeks.
We start with the NHCS Holiday Show. If you love music, then this show is for you. Join our charming hosts as they introduce winter concert songs from across the school system. You'll see choirs, orchestras, high schoolers to pre-K students. It's the perfect show to enjoy with family. Along with our newest edition, you will also have a chance to enjoy some shows from years past.
With all that fine quality music from NHCS, we are also adding in fantastic music performances from Barrage, a professional orchestra band that excites and energizes with each song. With an exciting light show and moving cameras, it's a thrilling show you won't want to miss.
And if you're into the classics, then tune into a showing of Scrooge. This is not a newer remake, but the classic from 1935. See the story, how it was originally told on film. It's a great movie for the holidays and for lovers of classic film cinema.
And finally, we also have several other holiday specials from our friends at the Deutsche Welles Network in Europe. See special light shows from across the ocean without leaving the comfort of your home.
There's so much great and family-friendly programs on our channel. Be sure to keep it tuned here all through the holidays and beyond.
So if you are a fan of the morning show and your school news, be sure to tune into our other programs as well. You will enjoy them as well.
It's time to check in with the third member of our team, Grayson Borst. She's standing by right now with our first look at the morning news headlines. Good morning, Grayson.
Good morning, Leah and Kira, and welcome everyone to your school news here on the morning show. Topping the headlines this week, Board of Education meeting notes for December, Ogden Elementary holds an exciting family coding night, and NHCS launches a new bus tracking app. I will have all those stories and more coming up later in the show.
Thanks, Grayson.
It's time for a staple here on the morning show, This Week in History. Our Grand Master of Historical Knowledge has all the headlines from past times in This Week in History.
Welcome to This Week in History, covering all the colorful and amazing events that have left their mark on history's timeline. This is the week of December 16th through December 22nd. December 16th, 1960, on this day, two airplanes collide over New York City, killing 134 people on the planes and on the ground. The improbable mid-air collision is the only such incident to have occurred over a major city in U.S. history. December 17, 1777, the French Foreign Minister Charles Gravier officially acknowledges the United States as an independent nation. News of the Continental Army's overwhelming victory against the British at Saratoga gave Benjamin Franklin new leverage in his efforts to rally French support for the American rebels. December 18, 1961, the Tokens earned a #1 hit with The Lion Sleeps Tonight. The song that topped the Billboard pop chart on December 18, 1961 was an instant classic that went on to become one of the most successful pop songs of all time. December 19, 1998, after nearly 14 hours of debate, the House of Representatives approved 2 articles of impeachment against President Bill Clinton, charging him with lying under oath to a federal grand jury and obstructing justice. December 20th, 1957, while spending the Christmas holidays at Graceland, his newly purchased Tennessee mansion, rock and roll star Elvis Presley receives his draft notice from the United States Army. After basic training, Presley sailed to Europe and on the USS General Randall. Finally, your weekend history tidbits. December 21st, 2012, music video for Gangnam Style. A song by the Korean rapper Psy becomes the first YouTube video to garner 1 billion views. December 22nd, 1864, Union General William T. Sherman presents the city of Savannah, Georgia to President Abraham Lincoln. Savannah had been one of the last major ports that remained open to the Confederates. That's This Week in History, your ultimate source for those key moments in time. Thanks for stopping by.
And join us again next time for another journey through time as we explore the fun, fascinating, entertaining, and educational facts that make up this week in history.
And coming up in the show, want to start the new year off with good luck? If so, keep it tuned as we will share some traditions from around the world.
But first, we have the word of the week. Each week we highlight an advanced English word so when you use them in a sentence, you can impress even educated speakers. Here's our word of the week.
Your son wants to get a cat,
I'll really take care of it.
but you're allergic. Do you A, prepare yourself, B, make the best of it,
C squared equals
25.
Good job!
or C, find a loophole? When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers, but that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Welcome back to the morning show. I'm Leah Schwagel.
And I'm Kira Schwagel.
We now have Snapshots, where we take a look at some of the positive things going on around our school system.
From fun projects to school-wide events to guest speakers and fabulous field trips, there are so many great things for our school to celebrate.
Third graders in Miss Bell's class at Pine Valley Elementary made decorative balloons after reading Balloons Over Broadway, a story about the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Students in Snipes Academy Chorus and Strings Group performed at the North Carolina Women's Cirrhosis Club to thank them for their support in creating elementary string camp last summer.
Congratulations to Hoggard High School's women's cross-country team on winning the 4A state championship. The team was recognized at the December Board of Education meeting.
Preschoolers at Career Readiness Academy played on their new trikes and riding platform. A big thanks to contributions from Concrete LLC and TWA Concrete Services for making it possible.
NC Representative Deb Butler visited the Women's Empowerment Through Education Club at Isaac Bear Early College to speak about her career and how to accomplish your goals in life.
Third graders at Carolina Beach Elementary visited local historical landmarks during their Tar Heels Go Walking field trip. It was a fascinating way to teach students about our local history.
Murray Middle School students made doggy treats to sell as a fundraiser for their class. The students set up a table of goods in the school's cafeteria full of goods that made a perfect holiday gift for beloved pet dogs.
Students at Myrtle Grove Middle School practiced for their upcoming production of Annie Jr. The large cast and crew of students are learning a lot about theater, acting, and production and are sure to dazzle audiences. Come to the performance time.
And that's this month's Snapshots, our quick looks at some of the positive things going on around our school system.
As Hoggard students and track runners, we'd like to give another shout out to the women's cross-country team for winning the state championship.
Yes, it was a great accomplishment, and we look forward to possibly more championships, as many of their runners will be returning next year.
It's exciting, but for now it's time for our morning news. Let's send it over to Grayson Borst, who has several wonderful stories to report. Good morning, Grayson.
Good morning, and welcome to your school news on the morning show. I'm Grayson Borst. Our top story this week, the New Hanover County Board of Education held their regular monthly meeting on Tuesday, December 3rd at the Board of Education Center. With the board notes is YSN reporter Thomas Jones.
The December Board of Education meeting drew a large crowd as a vote was expected for elementary and middle school redistricting. Let's get right to the board notes. Under recognition of achievement, there was a community partnership presentation by Soaring as Eagles, which showcased how they supported students in our schools. That was followed by School Spotlight featuring J.C. Rose Center. Then, there was a first ever for the NHCS Board of Education. Holiday Shelter had a Taekwondo demonstration which included punches, kicks, rolls, and a breaking of boards. After those awards were handed out to the NC Elementary Honors Chorus and the Hoggard's High School Women's Cross Country Team, who won the 2019 state championship. After a lengthy call to the audience and routine administrative personnel, board member Nelson Bullier gave the Head Start License Program, Expenditure Report, and In-Kind Report. Then, it was the agenda item we were all waiting for. Under Old Business was elementary and middle school redistricting. After a discussion about the final map, the board approved it from 5 to 2. One report was given under information about the EduLog parent portal implementation, which is happening this month across the district. Under Superintendent's report, Dr. Markley gave an update on bus drivers taking the test to be hired. Under Board Chairman's report, the dates for a work session was discussed, and a change to the April 7th, 2020 regular meeting of the board was moved to April 14th because of spring break. Under consensus items, John Welmers presented personnel, which was approved. A second section of Old Business was on the agenda. Policy for second reading, Policy 6082 Employee Code of Ethics was approved. The board agreed to have someone come to the January meeting to present information on a policy service. And the 2020-2021 Curriculum Course Guide revisions were approved. There was one item for discussion under new business, a lease of activity bus to New Hanover County, which was approved. The next regular Board of Education meeting will be held on Tuesday, January 7th, 2020, at 5:30 p.m. at the Board of Education Center, 1805 South 13th Street. As always, if you cannot attend the meeting in person, you can always watch the rebroadcast right here on NHCS TV. Board meetings can also be watched online and on our YouTube page. With your board notes for December, this is Thomas Jones.
Families from around the area came together at Ogden Elementary's Family Coding Night. Students got the chance to fire up the iPads and use puzzles to code. 16 schools are on board with the coding program in New Hanover County and are hosting similar events. Family Code Night is a family event that dramatically ignites coding and computer science learning at any elementary school and in any family. The program uniquely engages children K through 5 and their parents or guardians in the delightful experience of doing their first hour of computer programming together. Family participation is a simple but profound innovation at this event, and it changes the trajectory of a child's computer science learning.
We'll have an opening session where we give just basic information about how the puzzles work, and then we'll begin to do the puzzles, and from time to time, about every 5 minutes, we'll stop for a tip time, and we'll give a tip and incorporate a big idea. And at the end of the evening, we'll have a big ideas contest for the kids.
As Ogden students and their families had a fun time figuring out the ins and outs of coding as well as overcoming obstacles together, a representative from the NHCS Technology Department was also on hand for the event to help those in dire need. The next generation of computer programmers are getting an early start to their programming education as well as enjoying an evening of family and school bonding. The New Hanover County Schools has partnered with Education Logistics, also known as EduLog, to provide access to a parent portal for tracking their students' school bus and arrival times. The new parent portal is available for parents to use now. However, NHCS asks parents to not rely 100% on the app until the live date of January 2nd. Until then, NHCS will be testing and troubleshooting any potential issues. The EduLog app will provide critical real-time data to parents, stated Eddie Anderson, Assistant Superintendent of Operations. EduLog offers school bus routing software solutions, school bus GPS tracking systems, student ridership, fleet and driver management solutions, and more. Parents can now download the app and sign up for their students' bus tracking information. You can find information and a helpful video on the school system's website at nhcs.net. Science Olympiad is a great event each year that allows students to learn so much. Students at Ogden Elementary are getting a head start on preparing for the event. Let's send it over to Ogden's news team, Stingray News, for this special report.
Your studio is pleased to take you on a visit Science Olympiad practice. Science Olympiad is a fun and educational opportunity that 4th and 5th graders can try out for. Students come to weekly practices to learn from their coaches and prepare for the events. Some students are learning about birds, plants, and nature in the backyard biologist, while other students are learning how to design a bottle rocket which must fly through the air and deploy a parachute in 3, 2, 1 blast off. There is a lot of hard work that goes into being a member of the Ogden Science Olympiad team. Students must show appropriate behavior at all times during the school day and at practice. prepare for their events by studying outside of school, and of course they must be great teammates. We are very proud of all our Olympians.
For all of the latest on New Hanover County Schools, join us weekdays at 5 p.m. here on Spectrum Cable Channel 5 and Channel 191 in Carolina Beach for Your School News, a complete half hour of all the latest news and information from New Hanover County Schools. Now back to our hosts.
Thanks, Grayson.
All right, it's time now for this week's lunch menu. This is the menu for Monday, December 16th through Friday, December 20th. On Monday, December 16th, shake off those Monday morning blues at lunch with delicious chicken wings served with a garlic knot, an enticing lasagna roll-up also served with a garlic knot, or a meatball hoagie. Include sides of splendiferous broccoli and cheese, creamy pasta salad, crunchy carrot sticks, tomato and cucumber salad, and wonderful diced peaches, and you can't go wrong.
Then, on Tuesday, December 17th, sit down in your sombrero and enjoy nacho grande with cheese sauce and a corn muffin, golden corn dog nuggets, or an appetizing pork chop sandwich. To wrap up the meal, there is a sweet potato fry, sure to please pinto beans, and delectable diced pears.
On Wednesday, December 18th, get over that old midweek hump by treating yourself to zesty orange chicken with brown rice, drool-inducing cheesy breadsticks with a side of marinara sauce, or perfect Philly cheesesteak. Complete your awesome meal with succulent succotash and yummy applesauce.
On Thursday, December 19th, you won't want to miss out on lunch as your cafeteria will be serving exquisite beefaroni with a breadstick, a crispy Chick-fil-A sandwich, or a mouth-watering pepperoni or cheese pizza. Keep your belly cheering with joy by adding black-eyed peas, glazed carrots, and incredible mandarin oranges.
Then, on Friday, December 20th, celebrate the coming weekend with a beautiful bacon cheeseburger, chicken nuggets, or crispy chicken egg rolls. Don't leave the lunch line until you have heaped on French fries, healthy mixed vegetables, and mixed fruit.
Finally, on Monday, December 23rd, begin your holiday break with a healthy and delicious lunch at home. As always, during a break from school, be sure to eat a balanced meal and exercise a little each day.
And there you have the lunch menu for the week. In addition to those items, milk, a garden salad, fresh fruit, French bread pizza, and a peanut butter and jelly combo will be available daily.
So many delicious choices. Don't forget, you can also start your day off with a healthy and hearty breakfast at school.
Now, when we come back, we'll show you a few traditions that may give you good luck in 2020.
It's coming up right after this short break.
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right?
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Welcome back to the morning show. I'm Leah Schwagel.
And I'm Kira Schwagel.
The new year is upon us and people all across the globe are celebrating.
For many people, the new year is also a time to change your luck, especially your bad luck.
And because of this, nearly every culture has formed a unique tradition to bring a person good luck for the new year.
Today we have a special feature highlighting many of those traditions from many different countries.
So if you're looking for some good luck in 2020, you may want to try one of these traditions.
With New Year's upon us, here's a look at some of the good luck rituals from around the world. They are believed to bring good fortune and prosperity in the coming year. In Brazil, the lentilo is believed to signify wealth, so on the first day of the new year, they serve lentilo soup and lentilos and rice. Also in Brazil, on New Year's Eve, priestess of the local Macumba voodoo cult dress in blue skirts and white blouses for a ceremony dedicated to the goddess of war, Yemanja. A sacrificial boat laden with flowers, candles, and jewelry is pushed out to sea. In Denmark, it is a good sign to find your door heaped with a pile of broken dishes at New Year's. Old dishes are saved year-round to be thrown at friends' homes on New Year's Eve. Many broken dishes are a sign that you have many friends. New Year's Eve in Denmark is framed by two important broadcasts on television and radio. The monarch's New Year's speech at 6 p.m. and the striking of midnight by the town hall clock in Copenhagen, which marks the start of the new year. In England, the British place their fortunes for the coming year in the hands of their first guests. They believe the first visitor each year should be a male and bearing gifts. Traditional gifts are coal for the fire, a loaf of bread for the table, and a drink for the master. For good luck, the guest should enter through the front door and leave through the back. Guests who are empty-handed or unwanted are not allowed to enter first. In Germany, people would drop molten lead into cold water and try to tell their future from the shape it made. A heart or a ring, and then a wedding. A ship, a journey, a pig, plenty of food in the year ahead. People would also leave a bit of every food eaten on New Year's Eve on their plate until midnight as a way to ensuring a well-stocked cabinet. Carp was included as it was thought to bring wealth. In Wales, at the first toll of midnight, the back door is open and then shut to release the old year and lock out all of its bad luck. Then at the 12th stroke of the clock, the front door is opened and the new year is welcomed in with all of its luck. In Haiti, New Year's Day is a sign of the year to come. Haitians wear new clothing and exchange gifts in hope that it will bode well for the coming year. An old Sicilian tradition says good luck will come to those who eat lasagna on New Year's Day. But woe if you dine on macaroni or any other noodle will bring bad luck. In Spain, when the clock strikes midnight, the Spanish eat 12 grapes, one with every toll of the clock, to bring good luck for the 12 months ahead. Even theater productions and movies are interrupted to carry out this custom. In Peru, the Peruvian New Year's custom is a spin of the Spanish tradition of eating 12 grapes at the turn of the year. But in Peru, a 13th grape must be eaten to ensure the good luck lasts. The Portuguese also eat 12 grapes from a bunch as the clock strikes 12 on New Year's Eve to ensure 12 happy months in the coming year. In addition, children go caroling from home to home and are given treats and coins. They sing old songs which is said to bring good luck. In South Africa, they ring in the new year with church bells ringing and gunshots being fired. For those in Cape Providence, New Year's Day and Seconds New Year's Day are full of carnivals where people dress in colorful costumes and dance in the streets to the sound of drums. New Year in Pakistan is celebrated as a time of renewal. One of the customs is the practice of burning piles of wood. The bonfires are a symbol to destroy any remaining evil from the previous year. Norwegians make rice pudding at New Year's and hide one whole almond within it. Guaranteed wealth goes to the person whose servings holds the lucky almond. In China, front doors are traditionally painted red to bring in good omens. The Chinese also believe that dragons, fish, elephants, and cranes represent good luck and prosperity. Many people have statues or pictures of these animals in strategic parts of their house. And finally, the United States. Eating black-eyed peas and greens on New Year's Day will bring good luck and financial prosperity. The peas represent good luck and the greens represent money. And of course, kissing at midnight is a long-standing tradition. Kiss someone dear to you at midnight and it will ensure affection for the next 12 months. No matter where you are in the world this New Year's, be sure to ring it in with a good luck tradition.
That was a great segment. I wonder if I tried all the traditions, how great my luck would be.
Who knows, you might be our next Powerball winner. If you are, be sure to remember your friends are here at NHCS TV.
I will. And our next segment will help me determine how to spend some of that money.
That's right, it's the return of The Buzz, our entertainment segment that tells us what's hot and what's not.
Today, Bradley Meadows tells us all about the newest video games this holiday season that every gamer will want on their list.
So if you're looking to buy a gift for someone or play yourself, be sure to take notes on these recommendations.
Hi, my name is Bradley Meadows, and today I'm going to be taking a look at some of the best games to buy this holiday season. Starting out with one of the most anticipated and praised games of the year, Pokemon Sword and Shield for the Nintendo Switch. As the next installment in the 23-year-long series of video games, Pokemon Sword and Shield offers lots of exciting new features and most importantly, new Pokemon. With over 200 new Pokemon coming to the game, from fierce bird Pokemon to adorable lizard Pokemon, there is a Pokemon for everyone. So whether you're a diehard fan, a new player seeking adventure, or looking for a great gift, Sword and Shield is a game that you certainly can't pass up. Next up on the list, one of my personal favorites, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Despite being published by EA Studios, the game turned out to be a promising title, offering a rich storyline and exciting gameplay. This game is set to take place shortly after the third Star Wars film, Revenge of the Sith, but slightly before the fourth Star Wars film, A New Hope. You'll get the chance to experience living the life of a secret Jedi who is set on rebuilding the Jedi Order, while also trying to stay hidden from the Empire. Pick this game up on Xbox One, PS4, and PC. Another installment to a series that is enjoyable for people of all ages, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, Tokyo 2020, for the Nintendo Switch. Sega has been known to produce fantastic games based on the Winter and Summer Olympics, and this one is no different. Battle it out with your family in a game of tennis, or challenge your friends to a boxing match and celebrate the 2020 Olympic Games with your favorite Nintendo characters. Unlike the past installments, this game offers a fully functional and reliable online service, so you can play with your friends anywhere. Whether you're a fan of Mario, Sonic, or just a fan of the Olympic Games, this game is sure to offer fun gameplay and challenges for everyone. If you're a fan of the Metal Gear video game series, then this next game is sure to be a good fit. Hideo Kojima's Death Stranding, available on PlayStation 4 and PC, offers an expansive open-world experience driven by a spooky atmosphere and lore-ridden storyline. Kojima is known for his mysterious and impactful world design, and this game is no exception. The characters within the game will be directly affected by your choices, meaning your choices could decide whether a character lives or dies. If that isn't challenging enough, you have the task of saving the world from vile, ghostly monsters. If completing quests and building relationships with characters is your style, then be sure to pick up Death Stranding. There we have it, my list of the best games to pick up this holiday season. I hope you enjoyed this list and have fun playing some of these awesome titles. I'm Bradley Meadows. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, Bradley. Some fun and interesting games for sure.
It's great to see Mario still around and still so popular.
You can never go wrong with a Mario game.
Nope. Now we head to break with our new modern music bumper. These quick looks and listens of the musicians of our time.
We'll be right back.
If you love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Good morning and welcome back to the morning show. I'm Kira Schwegel.
And I'm Leah Schwegel.
We have some great segments ahead, but first we have our Did You Know?
Did you know that the Antarctic holds 90% of the world's fresh water?
In fact, 98% of Antarctica is covered in ice sheets. An ice sheet is a mass of glacial land that extends more than 20,000 square miles.
They form in places where snow does not melt in the summer. This specific sheet is larger than the U.S. and Mexico combined.
Ice sheets are extremely important because they hold extremely large volume of water. The sea level would rise by 200 feet if the Antarctic ice sheet were to melt.
There are 1,000 people living there in the winter months, and the number climbs to close to 5,000 during the summer.
Most of the inhabitants live at research stations spread all across the continent and its coastline.
Now we go from the cold ice of the Antarctica to the heat of the sun.
It's all part of the Science Nation from the National Science Foundation. Our feature takes a dynamic and entertaining look at the research and the researchers that will change our lives.
In this episode, we learn about new ways to harness solar power, which may soon become part of our everyday lives.
Imagine glancing up at a glass building and suddenly kilowatts and dollar signs are flowing through your mind. That's what happened to materials scientist and chemical engineer Richard Lunt.
We've taken solar and kind of flipped it on its head.
With support from the National Science Foundation, Lunt and his team at Michigan State University are developing transparent solar panels.
We've turned traditional solar cells as these opaque, maybe not so exciting devices to devices that can be completely clear, completely transparent. So it allows you to think about integrating it in completely new ways.
A big hurdle is making them more efficient. Traditional solar panels soak up much of the sun's light and convert it to energy. A transparent panel has to let visible light shine through, so the light we can't see with our eyes, like ultraviolet and infrared, has to do the work.
In this solar cell, we have very thin coatings of these organic materials and inorganic nanostructured materials that are selectively harvesting the parts of the solar spectrum that you can't see with your eye. We're in the Molecular and Organic Exotonics Laboratory, and this is the heart of where we do a lot of what we do.
Another challenge is making the photovoltaic cells transparent. So the team came up with ways to layer patterns onto the cell in a way that makes them uniformly clear.
We actually use a variety of different stencils to actually pattern our devices. And each active material will have its own pattern. After every layer, we put down a new stencil, and in this way we can build up very complex structures. This one is so that you can see the patterning, this one is how you would not see the patterning.
Materials science engineer Margaret Young is testing whether the same process can be used on thin plastic.
This is much lighter and much more flexible. So instead of rebuilding windows, we could just put this over an existing window. With the square footage of glass that's on our skyscrapers and on our buildings, there's so much square footage that can be used to generate power.
Lunt says his transparent cells are already pretty inexpensive to make.
And really, I think in the next 20 years, we'll see this type of technology get deployed so that it's all around us, generating power in the background. So really turning our cities and our landscape into solar harvesting systems, solar harvesting surfaces, and solar farms, and really creating a lot of power and not even knowing that it's there.
Transparent solar cells. There's a lot more going on here than meets the eye. For Science Nation, I'm Miles O'Brien.
That was another awesome segment from Science Nation.
I could see one day in the future where every window creates solar-powered energy where you could just connect them to the buildings of your house.
Yes, it's great to see how our dependency on non-renewable resources is constantly being lowered thanks to scientists and new inventions.
More good work from National Science Foundation.
We continue our show with gardening and nature. Our friends from the Cape Fear Garden Club provide us with wonderful information and tips that you can use in your own yards and homes. In today's edition, our host Barbara Downing meets with a special guest to tell us about rain gardens and how you can create one in your yard.
Welcome to Gardening and Nature. I am here at the Cape Fear Museum with scientist Tracy Scrable, manager of the North Carolina Coastal Federation's regional office at Wrightsville Beach. That's quite a title. We are standing in front of a rain garden. Tracy, what is the purpose of a rain garden?
So there's really a couple purposes. Number one, like any garden in our yard, they're meant to be beautiful and add color and texture to our landscape. They're special gardens because generally we put them in the low areas and they are designed to sort of capture and let rainwater soak into the ground in those areas. And we do that because we're trying to keep that stormwater that's carrying pollution from our creeks and streams. So we're trying to keep them out of the drains and pipes and get them into the ground, and these rain gardens are perfect for that.
Good. What are the main pollutants that our surface water, that goes into our surface water from the stormwater runoff?
So there are several. Sediment that's carried in fresh water is a pollution source itself. Bacteria that comes from warm-blooded animals in the form of our pets, birds, other wildlife, is a pollution source in our estuaries. Problems for our shellfish, can be problems for human health where we have recreation. And then nutrients like phosphorus and nitrogen that's in our fertilizers in our yards. Themselves are not a huge problem, but in concentration they can cause things like algal blooms and eventually even fish kills.
Ah. Which plants are best suited to deter rainwater runoff?
So rain garden plants are variable depending on the soils and the personal preference. The key is that we choose native plants, and we choose native plants because, number one, there are many, many options for that. Number two, they do a nice job of being sort of suitable for our climate here, so they require little watering, no fertilization, basically low maintenance. And they're also well suited to take up the kind of pollution that we see coming off of our landscapes here.
Great. Tracy, since the Cape Fear region is prone to the same type of weather as experienced in Houston, are there any lessons for us to take away and learn from Houston's aftermath?
Sure. So Houston and anywhere else that has experienced hurricanes like North Carolina coast, what we know is that in addition to the damage from the winds is we get a lot of flooding damage. And part of that is because we've paved so much of our landscape. So if we can replace those with areas like rain gardens, they essentially act like sponges to soak up that water that comes in huge volumes during these storms and hold it instead of it creating flooding problems.
A homeowner themselves can do some things like not having a hard surface patio or using pavers like you were talking about.
That's right. So you have landscape areas like rain gardens, and then we also have products that we can use. The Coastal Federation Center at the beach, we use it as a demonstration, and we have all kinds of pervious pavers that let the water soak through them, or impervious pavement itself. So it looks just like regular pavement, so you can drive on it, you can park on it, but it actually encourages the water to go through it, unlike regular pavement. And so those areas can function pretty much like a native plant area.
Oh, great. Thank you so much for your explanations and suggestions. Are there any schools in New Hanover County that have rain gardens?
Yes, we have several. The ones that the Coastal Federation has worked on is Bradley Creek Elementary, and we have a number of rain gardens there. So we have two by the parking lot areas that used to flood.
Right.
We have two larger rain garden areas around the school, and then we actually have a rain garden that is actually a wetland in the very front of the school. And that is really special because all different kinds of plants live in there, and these areas serve as outdoor classrooms for the kids. Alderman Elementary is another of our rain garden sites, and the students not only learn from these rain gardens, but they provide most of the work to put them in and to maintain them.
Oh, great. Well, the Cape Fear Garden Club was instrumental in helping Bradley Creek get a schoolyard certification for wildlife, so the rain gardens were a consideration.
That's right.
In that. So.
And the Cape Fear Garden Club are big supporters financially of these type projects, so we're very much proud of the partnership with them.
Good. That's a wrap for this edition of Gardening in Nature. Join us next as we explore native plants. Back to you.
Thank you, Miss Downing and the Cape Fear Garden Club. That was very interesting.
Rain gardens are a great way to help lower the stormwater drainage in our area. It's neat how individual rain gardens all add up together to reduce a significant amount of drainage.
It is.
Okay, everyone, get your thinking caps ready because when we come back from break, it's game time.
Keep it tuned here to join in all the fun.
Hey, let's check out this park. Oh, wow, that's really cool. To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
Welcome to Game Time. I'm your host, Grayson Borst. Here at Game Time, we pit two contestants head-to-head in a themed and educational contest. Fear not, though, because you at home get to test your knowledge alongside our contestants. Today, we have a fun holiday-themed game time for all to enjoy. Let's meet our contestants and get things going. Welcome to Game Time, Leah and Kira.
Thank you.
It's the holiday season, and that's what today's game is all about. Do you know all the lyrics to Frosty the Snowman? If you do, then you may have what it takes to answer our trivia questions.
But first, we have a special segment for you with tips on how to prevent holiday stress.
While the holiday should be a time of relaxation, family and friends, many know that it's not always the case.
Crowded stores, travel arrangements, cleaning for visitors, planning parties, cooking large meals, the list can go on and on for extra errands you have to complete during the holidays.
If holiday stress takes its toll on you each year, perhaps these tips will help you.
During the holiday season, let these 8 tips guide your way to having a relaxing, low-stress time. First, be realistic. The holidays don't have to be perfect or just like last year. As families change and grow, traditions and rituals often change as well. Choose a few to hold on to and be open to creating new ones. For example, if your adult children can't come to your house, find new ways to celebrate together, such as sharing pictures, emails, or videos. Tip 2. Stick to a budget. Before you go gift and food shopping, decide how much money you can afford to spend. Then stick to it. Don't try to buy happiness with an avalanche of gifts. 3. Set aside differences. Try to accept family members and friends as they are, even if they don't live up to all your expectations. Set aside grievances until a more appropriate time for discussion, and be understanding if others get upset or distressed when something goes awry. Chances are they're feeling the effects of holiday stress and depression too. Tip 4. Plan ahead. Set aside specific days for shopping, baking, visiting friends, and other activities. Plan your menus and then make your shopping list. That'll help you prevent last-minute scrambling to buy forgotten ingredients. And make sure to line up help for party prep and cleanup. Tip 5. Learn to say no. Saying yes when you should say no can leave you feeling resentful and overwhelmed. Friends and colleagues will understand if you can't participate in every project or activity. Our next tip, don't abandon healthy habits. Don't let the holidays become a free-for-all. Overindulgence only adds to your stress and guilt. Have a healthy snack before holiday parties so that you don't go overboard on sweets, cheese, or drinks. Continue to get plenty of sleep and physical activity. Tip 7, take a breather. Take some time for yourself. Spending just 15 minutes alone without distractions may refresh you enough to handle everything you need to do. Take a walk at night and stargaze. Listen to soothing music. Whatever it is, find something that reduces your stress. And our final tip, reach out. If stress does get to you, let others know. Talking to others is a great stress relief, and many times you will find comfort and help. If you really need to, talk to a doctor or a mental health professional. Don't let the holiday stress take over your life, and enjoy the holidays.
We hope you take these tips to heart and have a peaceful and stress-free holiday season.
And don't forget, you can always relieve stress by relaxing as you watch our enjoyable programs here on the NHCS TV.
Now, to end today's show, we'll play a fun holiday trivia game that will get you in a festive spirit.
This exciting game will test our knowledge from movies to traditions to songs, and you all can play at home too.
So much fun! Let's send it back over to Grayson, who will explain the rules.
Welcome back, Grayson.
Thank you. Today we have a festive holiday challenge. I will ask a trivia question, and if you think you know the answer, you must buzz. The first person to buzz gets to answer. If you blur out an answer without buzzing or winning the buzz, it will not count. If you hit your buzzer before I finish reading, I will stop until you answer. If you get a question wrong, your counterpart will have a chance to answer it. Finally, if you are both stumped on one, I will give the answer and we'll move on. Also, 2/3 of the way through the questions will change to a new challenge, so be prepared. Okay, contestants, are you ready? Here goes. Question 1. Who once stole Christmas?
Oh, the Grinch.
Yes. Question 2. Who helped Santa Claus in making his gifts?
The elves.
There are 2 parts to this answer.
The elves and the reindeer.
That is not correct. The elves is correct, but the other part is not. Leah, would you try to guess the other side?
The elves and the... I don't know.
It was the elves and Mrs. Claus. So we should probably give the point to Kira. Question 3. Who was the star of the Christmas movie Jingle All the Way?
We have not seen that movie. Can confirm.
I do not know.
Do either of you want to take a guess?
The star of what?
Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way. Is it like a comedy?
I do not know. I've never even heard of it.
I'm going to give this one a pass.
Yeah, we're going to pass on this one.
Okay, the answer was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, I did not know that.
All right, question 4. What is the first name of Scrooge, the principal character of the novel? Yes.
Ebenezer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Question 5. How many reindeer drive Santa Claus's sleigh if you count Rudolph? Kira?
9.
Yes. Question 6. Who invented electric Christmas lights?
Was it the same person that invented the light bulb?
No. Maybe.
Oh.
Yes? Go ahead.
No, I don't want to.
Just say it.
I don't think that's right.
Do you know who invented it?
Yes, it's Thomas Edison. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Is
Thank
it Thomas
God
Edison?
you got that.
Is Thomas Edison.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, point to Kira. Question 7. The legend of Santa Claus is associated with which saint or monk?
Oh.
St. Nicholas.
Yes. Question 8. How many ghosts are there in A Christmas Carol? Leah?
3.
No.
What?
Kira, would you like to take a guess?
It's the past one, the present one, the future one.
I feel like there's
Is
a
there
fourth.
4?
It's
4.
It says 4 on here.
Oh,
that's
I did
right,
not
but
know that.
I
I think
cannot
we need
recall
to check that one.
4th ghost.
Yeah, I did not know
Question 9. What was the name of the animated Christmas movie featuring Tom Hanks?
We don't watch Christmas movies.
Featuring Tom Hanks?
It is not Forrest Gump.
I know. That's not a Christmas movie. I feel like it's going to be something I know, too.
Most certainly.
Really?
Yes.
Have we?
I know that you've seen this movie.
You sure? We don't watch a lot of Christmas movies.
I would be very disappointed if you hadn't. Just take a guess. A classic Christmas movie.
Classic?
Christmas.
You can guess on this one. I guessed on
I
the
have
last
no
one.
idea.
I don't know. What's the answer?
The Polar Express.
What?
Oh.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
no
the
point to
animation.
either of them. Question 10. Which Christmas song holds the credit as the most selling Christmas single of all time?
That was
All I
aggressive.
Want for Christmas
No.
is no.
That is incorrect. Kira, would you like to answer?
This is a really bad answer.
Baby.
No,
It's
not
that
that
one.
I want to say something weird like Mistletoe by Justin Bieber, but I don't think that's the answer. I'm trying to think of Christmas songs.
Is it like a classic Christmas song?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Jingle
Is it one
bells.
we're singing?
No.
Is it Jingle
Okay.
Bells?
No.
It's not Jingle Bells? I was going to guess that. Then I don't know. What is the answer?
White Christmas.
That's really the most popular one?
Yep.
Oh.
Really?
Most selling.
Most selling.
Fascinating. Yeah, I didn't know.
All right, question 11. Which company made the concept of Santa Claus popular worldwide?
Coca-Cola.
That is correct.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd you know that?
It's some calendar thing they made. I don't know. Something like
I
that.
wouldn't know.
I just
Question 12. Who said, "Don't you cry, I'll be back again someday"?
Is it in a song or a movie?
We were singing this a few minutes ago.
A few minutes ago.
Oh, is it Santa Baby?
No.
What? Why is that my answer for everything?
Who said it, or like what was it in?
Who said it? But same thing.
Who said it?
Santa?
No.
Oh, I know.
It was Frosty the Snowman.
Oh.
This is sad. This is really sad.
Question 13. In the movie A Christmas Story, what was Santa's response to Ralphie's request for a BB gun for Christmas?
I bet you he said no.
No, that is incorrect.
Can you repeat the question?
This is a known quote.
Cool.
Okay. In the movie A Christmas Story, what was Santa's response to Ralphie's request for a BB gun?
Oh, I know. I
Christmas?
haven't seen this movie, but I was supposed to watch it, but I didn't. What's the answer?
You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
Question 14. What child actor starred in the Christmas movie Home Alone?
I've
I don't
only
know
seen
his name. I
clips
just
of
know his
that movie.
face.
I've never seen
I've
Home
never seen the
Alone?
whole thing.
I know his face, but not his name. Oh, I did not mean to click that. I really don't know his name, but I know his face.
He's got like the blonde, like
Yes, it's
yeah.
the
Yeah.
yes.
I've only seen clips of it.
It's the hand this to Kevin, hand this to Kevin, hand this to Kevin.
Yeah.
And then Kevin's not
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
I don't know the actor's name.
Take a guess.
I don't want to.
He's got to be like
You
older
buzzed
now,
in.
right?
You have to take a guess.
I don't
Yeah,
know
he is.
his name.
Does he act
Just
in other
guess.
movies?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I think
what
he
does
went
it start
downhill.
with?
I can't give you
Because the only thing that's coming to me is like James.
James.
That's incorrect. Anyways,
I don't know.
I'm going to butcher this, but Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
All right, we are now 2/3 of the way through. The score is 7-1, Kira.
Wow.
Now our final 7 questions are a little tricky. I will give you a literal description of a Christmas song title, and you have to name the song.
A literal description.
Oh, God. Can't you tell we're sisters?
For example, I would say, a long piece of thread that holds material that surrounds the foot together. The answer would be shoestring. Only my question for you describes the title of a Christmas song.
All right, let's see how this goes.
The same rules apply to using the buzzer.
Okay.
Here goes. Name the song. Question 15. I witnessed with my own eyes my mother engaged in an...
Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
No, that is incorrect.
All right, continue.
I just heard Grandma.
Engaged in an embrace with an overweight bearded man in a red snowsuit.
I can't guess Santa Baby again.
Would you like to take a guess?
Can you repeat it again?
Yeah, can we get that one more time?
I witnessed with my own eyes my mother engaged in an embrace with an overweight bearded man in a red snowsuit.
Santa wants a hug.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. No. Is it like common?
Yes.
Are you gonna feel bad about not getting this?
Probably.
You might.
Is it like a pop song or it's like a traditional Christmas song?
In the middle, I feel like. I don't know how to describe
middle.
it.
I don't
This
know.
is all you.
Yeah, go ahead.
I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus.
I've never even heard
I
that
haven't heard that.
song.
You've never heard
No.
that?
That's so
What
weird.
kind of
We're not
rock
very
are you
festive,
living
if
under?
you can't tell.
Oh, I don't like that. Okay.
Question 16. You're going to take a ride in my car. Bestowing an emotion of great delight or happiness on the third celestial body in orbit around the sun. We are singing this one.
Wait.
We are?
Wait.
Joy to the world.
Oh.
Correct. Yes.
Question
I was gonna say
17.
peace on Earth.
It has the planet
Well,
in
that
it.
kind of works.
Okay, go ahead.
Question 17. Apply ornamental decorative items to the house's connective passageways.
Deck the halls.
That is
Hall.
correct.
Is it hall or halls?
Halls.
Okay, that's what I thought.
All right, question 18. My parents' mother was involved in an unexpected trampoline.
That's you.
Leah?
Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
That is correct.
Yes.
I heard.
Leah gets another point. All right, question 19. A complete absence of sound during the time from
Silent night.
That is correct. Also very violent. Don't break the buzzers.
I'm not breaking.
Question 20. The only thing I desire to acquire on the 25th day of December. Leah?
Okay, it's either, okay, hear me out. It's the partridge in a pear tree one, or it's the all I want for Christmas is you.
Take a wild guess.
All I want for Christmas is you.
That is correct. No, wait.
Oh.
No, that's wrong. I didn't read
It's
the whole
the
thing.
partridge
That's wrong.
in a pear
Can you read the whole thing?
Yes. The only thing I desire to acquire on the 25th day of December is a pair of processes attached to the forward section of my jaw, serving for the chewing of food.
Oh.
All I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth.
That is correct. Oh. All I saw was all I want for Christmas.
Yeah.
And our final question, it is our sincerest desire for you to experience a December 25th full of cheerfulness.
I don't know.
Hold on.
Read it again, please.
Cheerfulness.
It is our sincerest desire for you to experience a December 25th full of cheerfulness.
Have a holly
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
That is correct.
I was
All
wrong.
right, that's all the questions, and our holiday trivia challenge winner is definitely Kira. Congratulations.
Good game, Kira.
Good game.
Well, that does it for this edition of The Morning Show. Please friend us on Facebook or just search the New Hampshire County Schools TV page.
And follow us on Twitter for all the latest and most up-to-date announcements at NHCS TV. For the best of all TV, each and every day, keep it tuned right here, New Hampshire County Schools TV on the Learning Network of the Cape Fear.
Have a great day.
And a wonderful week.
That was awesome.